coach Mike Tomlin says that Russell Wilson will be, quote, in consideration to get the start for Sunday night's game against the New York Jets. Wilson has been slowed by a calf injury since training camp. Justin Fields, of course, has started all 6 games for the Steelers so far, leading them to a 4-2 record. Here is Mike Tomlin on the decision.
At the quarterback position, like I said last week, we were scheduled for Russ to work in totality. He did that. Over the course of the week, I got comfortable with his ability to display his health. Now it's about, knocking the rust off. He did some of that last week. He is in consideration this week. We'll see where that leads us, man. Both guys at the quarterback position are scheduled to work tomorrow, and we'll just walk it day by day, all geared toward putting ourselves in best position to win the football game.
So here we go, gentlemen. We were just talking about this before actually we came up before the last block that we did. Is the best decision Justin Fields or is it Russell Wilson? Pete, I know you lean more towards Justin Fields, but what'd you think after we heard from Mike Tomlin?
Well, I think he's leaning more toward Russell Wilson. It sounds like otherwise, why would you do this? Why would you put your quarterback who's, fragile probably to begin with because he doesn't know if he was he wasn't the starter when the season began. He was playing in there because of an injury. Why do you do this to him during the week unless you're going to make a change? And I think it sounds like he's going to make a change. I wouldn't make a change. I would play Justin Fields. Not that Justin Fields has lit it up, but he'll give you the accident plays. He can scramble, he can run, they can design some stuff for him. Russell Wilson, even though he looks thinner, he looks like he's leaned up a little bit. Maybe he's going to get back to running around like the old Russell Wilson, but Russell Wilson we saw the last 2 years was awful. I mean, he held the ball for a half hour in Denver. That's why they got rid of him. They attributed a bunch of the sacks last year because he held the football. He doesn't get rid of it. So it'll be curious to see if he does make the move. I personally would stick with Justin Fields, but I'm also a big believer in you have to decide on a quarterback and not have him look over his shoulder. Yeah. That's a big part of the problem here. Either Justin Fields is your starter until he's dreadful, or you make the move and go get Russell Wilson as the starter.
Kyle, let me ask you this really quick. When you look at these two quarterbacks, right, Justin Fields versus Russell Wilson, Pete says go with Justin Fields until the wheels fall off, essentially. What is the biggest difference between the two? Like, what does Russell give you that Justin doesn't?
Well, Russell gives you experience, and Justin gives you explosion. And what Russell had in explosion early in his career made him such a valuable asset because he was a great deep ball thrower. He was a great processor of defenses. Justin Fields is still coming along, and I know it's it's not year one for Justin Fields, but he's still a little wet behind the ears, and he had some struggles in Chicago. He also had some great days in Chicago. So for the Pittsburgh Steelers, they want to see more good days. We don't need to see great Justin Fields. We have a great defense in Pittsburgh. TJ Watt's going to get you the ball back twice a week. I think that they just need to stick with Justin Fields. And to your point, we don't need number 2 looking over his shoulder every week. So Mike Tomlin clearly leaning towards Russell Wilson here, in my opinion. And obviously Russell was showing off a little bit, whether he's running around at practice. I think it shows good things for Mike Tomlin, for both of his quarterbacks.
Obviously something we will keep our eye on. Gentlemen, thank you for hopping on HQ on this lovely Tuesday. Plenty of breaking news. To stay up to date with the latest leading up to the games, make sure you're locked into the NFL Today pregame show on CBS, Sundays, 12 o'clock Eastern. We got more October baseball coming your way.